These are very important documents. Look, the binding, book binding in Ethiopia. The cover, wooden board cover, as you see. Everything is made at home. So, this is 15th century manuscripts. Sometimes, it's amazing that, people in the 15th century, were they, aware of color? All the saints, even the Virgin, is painted black. Today, even today, you don't find such paintings in churches. Always, a bright color, not black color. So it has to be studied very, very well. This type of documents. Look, even the evangelist. This is Matthew. And the harag or the decorations. All this, And as I told you at the beginning, piece of cloth to cover. It is cotton made. This is, homemade clothes. So they protect it not to be destroyed, the painting. So this technology, look, this different science. This is, in different places. The full stops, the title of the book. And the numbers even, what we see today and in the 15th century, they are different. The transformation, it has already changed. So these are very important to study, as I told you, different disciplines. The language and the linguistics. The paleography, the calligraphy, the paleography. Look, the position of these, all the ma and the sa, all these, the ha, all these are completely different from today's, Ethiopian law. So this is very important for paleographical study, very important for art history, very important, as I told you, for sociology and anthropology. So that is why this is a mining house. That is why I say that this is a mining house where we can dig, a lot of information from all these original sources. So this is very important manuscript, and then it is restored by an Italian expert, Carla Zanotti, almost 8 years ago. So this is one of our documents. As I told you, this is, of course, this is religious, as I told you, but it has also another information here, as I told you, colophons or marginal notes. This is, for example, this is Asmat prayer. So to protect the owner of the book from different things, or to protect his animals not to be eaten by wild animals like hyena. They call it mastagert. Look, this, harag or decorative design. So this is the beginning of another book, that is the book of Mark, the evangelist Mark. So in every chapter they design or they put such harags to indicate where it begins the other book. So this is it. If we see, and if we see this type of manuscript, as I told you, there are so much concerned about these documents, about this very valuable materials. They cover it first with, as I told you, it is covered with wood, and the wood is covered by another, soft leather, and even for decoration, look, it is covered, inside it is wood. After the wood there is a cover of cloth. These clothes also one has to study. The clothes which we have seen in this book and this are completely different. It shows that this is earlier and this is later. So this was imported, clothes. So which type of clothes from which place, that will indicate, And then this is, we call it Morocco leather or the Tambay leather, because it is soft, to cover it. And then all the design, look here, this is a cross, this is a cross. All the design was designed by the scribe. It has its own, you know, the scribe has his own instruments for making all these, you know, designs, decorations, and even, you know, the binding materials, complete material. From skin, that means from the skin of a goat, to a book, they have complete, you know, materials for making them. Not only these decorative materials, writing materials, not only the writing materials, the, you know, the inks, different types of inks, they prepare themselves in the local area from soil, plants, leaves, you know, fruits, and different types of materials. The colors they want, whether it be yellow, green, red, they can make it. So all these are prepared in, you know, in the local area. This is late 17th century manuscript, as you see. This manuscript is also painted, you know, and covered with this piece of cloth. This is Saint Raphael, not Raphael, Raphael, yes, Saint Raphael. These are, you know, the lives of different, you know, good men, protected by, you know, Raphael. And he is holding them in his wings. These are two wings, you know. So, and look the difference between this harag and the previous harag. So, the style, the painting, you know, the decorative design and the illuminations, they have their own style in every century, so that one can study these different styles of different. Look, this is King David, you know. The servants are standing by, and then not only that, they have, you know, what we call it chira, you know, to protect flies from the king. They hold here, and look, not only, you know, they hold, you know, the chiras, but they have combs in their hair, you know, hairstyle. Look, you know, they have combs, you know. And, you know, the crown of, you know, the king, typical Ethiopian type of crown. And, you know, debab, we call it, this debab is, you know, big umbrella, and seated king. So, as I told you, look how they dressed, you know. So, this is very important for sociology and anthropology, you know, to study them. And this is a saint, you know. Look, the difference between this clothes and that clothes, you know. This type of, you know, clothes were not prepared in Ethiopia. There were no, you know, industries at that time. So these are imported, you know, clothes. So from which? From East, from West, from Europe, from where? So it will lead you, or it makes you to do a research on these different materials. As I told you, these are very important for different studies. For example, if we see here, these are two religious fathers, you know. No, Ethiopian, there is also two schools of thought in Ethiopia. So, Abuna Eustathios and Abuna Tekla Haymanot are the two religious fathers of these two schools. So, the followers of Eustathios and the followers of Tekla Haymanot. So still this, you know, practice, you know, continues in different parts in this religion. So look, this harag, this is completely different from the other one. This one is with eyes. The other one, you know. So the beginning of the this is, you know, image or salam. And then look these pieces of clothes, how they, you know, prepared it and covered it, this painting.